Question 1. What does this sign mean for drivers entering a road? A. No entry permitted. B. Entry permitted for emergency. C. Pedestrians only beyond this point. D. Road closed due to maintenance. Answers is A. No entry permitted. The no entry sign prohibits all vehicles from entering the roadway it faces. It is often found at the end of a one-way street or an exit from a car park. Question 2. When must you use your vehicle's headlights in Australia? A. Only at night. B. Between sunset and sunrise and in poor visibility. C. When driving faster than 80 kilometers per hour. D. Only when it is raining heavily. Answers is B. Between sunset and sunrise and in poor visibility. Must be used from sunset to sunrise and at any other time when visibility is poor, such as in fog, heavy rain, or dusty conditions, to ensure you can see and be seen by others. Question 3. What action must a driver take when approaching this sign? A. Slow down and be prepared to stop. B. Stop completely, then give way. C. Proceed if the way is clear. D. Give way to traffic on your right. Answers is B. Stop completely, then give way. A stop sign requires drivers to come to a complete stop before the stop line or intersection and give way to all other traffic, including pedestrians and cyclists. Question 4. What is the correct procedure for indicating when changing lanes on a multi-lane road? A. Indicate only if other vehicles are nearby. B. Indicate for at least 5 seconds before moving. C. Indicate sufficiently long to warn others, then change lanes. D. You only need to indicate if you're turning. Answers is C. Indicate sufficiently long to warn others, then change lanes. You must use your indicator for a sufficient period to give other road users reasonable warning of your intention to change lanes, usually at least 3 to 5 seconds. Question 5. What is the maximum speed permitted in this zone? A. 60 kilometers per hour. B. 50 kilometers per hour. C. 40 kilometers per hour. D. 70 kilometers per hour. Answers is B. 50 kilometers per hour. This sign indicates that the maximum speed limit for vehicles in this area is 50 kilometers per hour. Always drive within the posted speed limits to ensure safety. Question 6. What should you do if you encounter a flashing yellow traffic light? A. Stop immediately. B. Proceed with caution and be prepared to stop. C. Speed up to clear the intersection. D. Treat it as a give way sign. Answers is B. Proceed with caution and be prepared to stop. A flashing yellow light means you should proceed with caution. You must slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary, giving way to pedestrians and other traffic. It a potential hazard. Question 7. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road works ahead. B. A pedestrian crossing. C. A roundabout is approaching. D. No U-turns allowed. Answers is C. A roundabout is approaching. This mandatory sign warns drivers that they are approaching a roundabout. Drivers must give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout and follow the arrows. Question 8. How far behind another vehicle should you typically drive in good conditions? A. 1 second following distance. B. 2 seconds following distance. C. 3 seconds following distance. D. 4 seconds following distance. Answers is B. 2 seconds following distance. The rule is a common guideline for safe following distance in good conditions, providing enough time to react and stop safely. Increase this distance in poor weather or at higher speeds. Question 9. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. School zone ahead. B. A pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Cyclists may be present. D. Shared path for walkers. Answers is B. A pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign indicates that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians who may be crossing or waiting to cross. Question 10. When can you legally make a U-turn in Australia? A. Only at intersections with a U-turn permitted sign. B. At any intersection if the way is clear. C. Across double unbroken lines. D. On any multi-lane road. Answers is A. Only at intersections with a U-turn permitted sign. U-turns are generally prohibited in Australia unless specifically permitted by a sign, e.g., U-turn permitted, or by traffic lights at an intersection. They are illegal across double unbroken lines. Question 11. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Parking is restricted. B. No stopping at any time. C. Stopping for only. D. Stopping for up to 5 minutes. Answers is B. No stopping at any time. A no stopping sign means you cannot stop your vehicle at any time in the area by the sign, even if you remain in the vehicle. This includes picking up or dropping off passengers. Question 12. What is the safest way to enter a freeway or motorway? A. Stop at the end of the on-ramp and wait for a gap. B. Accelerate to match the speed of freeway traffic. C. Enter at a low speed to be cautious. D. Always use the lane. Answers is B. Accelerate to match the speed of freeway traffic. You should accelerate on the on-ramp to match the speed of vehicles already on the freeway, making it safer to merge smoothly into the traffic flow without disrupting it. Question 13. What must vehicles do at this sign? A. Turn left or right. B. Proceed straight ahead only. C. Make a U-turn. D. Stop and wait. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead in the direction of the arrow. No turns are permitted at this location. Question 14. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. A steep uphill grade. B. A sharp curve to the right. C. A steep downhill grade. D. An uneven road surface. Answers is C. A steep downhill grade. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear, use engine braking, and be prepared to brake to control their speed safely. Question 15. What is prohibited at this intersection? A. Making a left turn. B. Making a U-turn. C. Making a right turn. D. Proceeding straight. Answers is C. Making a right turn. This prohibitory sign indicates that making a right turn at this intersection or junction is not allowed. Drivers must choose an alternative direction. Question 16. How must traffic pass the obstacle shown? A. On the left side. B. On either side. C. On the right side only. D. Only if no oncoming traffic. Answers is C. On the right side only. This mandatory sign indicates that traffic must pass the obstacle or road island on the side. It is often used to guide traffic around obstructions. Question 17. What does this warning sign mean? A. Road is under repair. B. Road surface may be slippery. C. Loose gravel on the road. D. Water pooling ahead. Answers is B. Road surface may be slippery. This sign warns drivers that the road surface ahead may be slippery, especially in wet or icy conditions. Drivers should reduce speed, increase following distance, and brake gently. Question 18. What action should a driver take when approaching this sign? A. Accelerate quickly. B. Stop completely. C. Give way to all traffic. D. Only give way to vehicles on your right. Answers is C. Give way to all traffic. This sign means you must give way to all traffic on the intersecting road. You only need to stop if necessary to give way safely, otherwise you may proceed cautiously. Question 19. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. It is a two-way street. B. It is a one-way road. C. No entry for vehicles. D. Dead end ahead. Answers is B. It is a one-way road. This information sign indicates that the road ahead is a one-way street, meaning traffic flows in a single direction. Drivers should be aware of this and avoid driving against the flow. Question 20. What maneuver is forbidden by this sign? A. Right turn. B. Left turn. C. U-turn. D. Overtaking. Answers is C. U-turn. This prohibitory sign explicitly forbids drivers from making a U-turn at this location. It is important to obey such signs to maintain safe traffic flow. Question 21. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. School zone. B. Road works ahead. C. A pedestrian crossing. D. Loose gravel. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This warning sign indicates that there are road works ahead. Drivers should slow down, be alert for workers, changed road conditions, and obey any temporary traffic controls. Question 22. What action is not permitted beyond this sign? A. Making a left turn. B. Overtaking other vehicles. C. Driving over the speed limit. D. Stopping on the road. Answers is B. Overtaking other vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates that overtaking other vehicles is not permitted from this point onwards until A. and no overtaking sign is encountered. This often applies in areas with poor visibility. Question 23. What is the only permitted direction of travel? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right. C. Turn left. D. U-turn. Answers is C. Turn left. This mandatory sign indicates that all vehicles must turn left at this intersection or point. It is crucial to follow the direction by mandatory signs. Question 24. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Sharp left curve. B. A dangerous right curve. C. A winding road. D. Road narrows ahead. Answers is B. A dangerous right curve. This warning sign alerts drivers to a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to steer through the curve safely. Question 25. What does this sign warn drivers about? A pedestrian crossing. B. A railway crossing. C. Traffic lights ahead. D. A stop sign. Answers is C. Traffic lights ahead. This warning sign indicates that there are traffic lights ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down or stop and adjust their speed in anticipation of the intersection. Question 26. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. No stopping at all. B. No parking is allowed. C. Parking for disabled only. D. Parking is allowed for a short time. Answers is B. No parking is allowed. This prohibitory sign indicates that parking is not allowed in the area. You may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave the vehicle or stay for an extended period. Question 27. What does this sign designate? A shared path for pedestrians, B, a road for all vehicles, C, a cycle track, D, no entry for bicycles. Answers is C, a cycle track. This mandatory sign indicates a cycle track, meaning only bicycles are permitted to use this path. Drivers should be aware of cyclists in such areas. Question 28. What does this sign warn drivers about? A smooth road surface, B, an uneven road surface, C, loose gravel, D, road construction. Answers is B, an uneven road surface. This warning sign alerts drivers to an uneven road surface ahead, which could include bumps, dips, or potholes. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid damage to their vehicle or loss of control. Question 29. What does this sign indicate for the driver? A, you must give way, B, you are on a priority road, C, end of priority road, D, a stop sign is ahead. Answers is B, you are on a priority road. This priority sign indicates that you are on a priority road, meaning you have the right of way over traffic from intersecting roads. However, you should still proceed with caution. Question 30. What does this warning sign alert drivers to? A playground nearby, B, school zone or children nearby, C, pedestrians crossing, D, a bus stop. Answers is B, school zone or children nearby. This warning sign indicates that children may be present or crossing the road, often near schools, parks, or residential areas. Drivers should be extra cautious and reduce speed. Question 31. What action is prohibited at this location? A, turning right, B, turning left, C, proceeding straight, D, making a U-turn. Answers is B, turning left. This prohibitory sign indicates that making a left turn at this intersection or junction is not allowed. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 32. What does this sign warn drivers about? A, strong headwind, B, strong crosswinds, C, heavy rain, D, foggy conditions. Answers is B, strong crosswinds. This warning sign indicates areas where strong side winds or crosswinds may affect vehicles. Drivers, especially those in vehicles or motorcycles, should grip the wheel firmly and be prepared for sudden gusts. Question 33. What type of path is by this sign? A shared cycle path, B, a pedestrian track, C, a road for all vehicles, D, a bus lane. Answers is B, a pedestrian track. This mandatory sign indicates a pedestrian track, meaning only pedestrians are permitted to use this path. Vehicles are typically not allowed. Question 34. What does this sign warn drivers about? A, domestic animals crossing, B, farm animals nearby, C, wild animals crossing, D, a wildlife park entrance. Answers is C, wild animals crossing. This warning sign indicates areas where wild animals may cross or be present on the road. Drivers should be vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk, and reduce speed. Question 35. What action is restricted by this sign? A, using high beam lights, B, sounding your horn, C, overtaking, D, using your radio. Answers is B, sounding your horn. This prohibitory sign indicates that the use of a vehicle's horn is forbidden in this area, usually in residential zones or near hospitals. unless it is absolutely necessary to warn of immediate danger. Question 36. What is the mandatory direction for vehicles at this point? A. Turn left. B. Proceed straight. C. Turn right. D. Make a U-turn. Answers is C. Turn right. This mandatory sign indicates that all vehicles must turn right at this intersection or point. Drivers must follow the direction shown by the arrow. Question 37. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. A steep downhill grade. B. A dangerous curve. C. A steep uphill grade. D. An uneven road surface. Answers is C. A steep uphill grade. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent ahead. Drivers may need to change to a lower gear to maintain power and speed, especially when driving a heavily loaded vehicle. Question 38. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. End of a residential area. B. Beginning of a residential area. C. A parking zone. D. A school zone. Answers is B. Beginning of a residential area. This information sign indicates the beginning of a residential area or living zone, where special rules apply, typically including lower speed limits and increased pedestrian awareness. Question 39. What does this sign mean for oncoming traffic? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. You must stop. D. No entry allowed. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This sign indicates that you must give way to oncoming traffic. It is used on narrow sections of road where only one vehicle can pass at a time, giving priority to traffic from the opposite direction. Question 40. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Wild animals ahead. B. Children playing. C. Cattle or livestock crossing. D. A farm entrance. Answers is C. Cattle or livestock crossing. This warning sign indicates areas where farm animals, particularly cattle or livestock, may cross or be present on the road. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for animals. Question 41. Which vehicles are prohibited from overtaking? A. All vehicles. B. Passenger cars only. C. Goods vehicles. D. Motorcycles only. Answers is C. Goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles, trucks, or from overtaking other vehicles from this point onwards. Passenger cars are still permitted to overtake if safe and lawful. Question 42. What movements are allowed by this sign? A. Left turn only. B. Straight or right turn. C. Right turn only. D. U-turn only. Answers is B. Straight or right turn. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles may either proceed straight ahead or turn right. Drivers must choose one of these two directions. Question 43. What does this sign warn about on the road? A. Slippery road surface. B. Loose gravel or stones. C. Uneven road. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stones. This warning sign indicates that there is loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface, which can reduce tire grip and cause skidding, especially when braking or turning. Drivers should reduce speed. Question 44. What type of road does this sign signify? A. A minor road. B. A residential street. C. A motorway or expressway. D. A shared zone. Answers is C. A motorway or expressway. This information sign indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway, where specific rules and higher speed limits generally apply. Entry and exit points are controlled. Question 45. What is the minimum speed allowed in this lane? A. 40 per hour, B. 50 per hour, C. 60 per hour, D. No speed restriction. Answers is B. 50 per hour. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must maintain a minimum speed of 50 per hour in the lane, unless traffic conditions e.g. congestion prevent it. Driving slower can impede traffic flow. Question 46. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a freeway? A. Stay in your vehicle and wait for help. B. Get out and try to fix it immediately. C. Move to the shoulder, turn on hazard lights and stay safe. D. Call a friend to tow you. Answers is C. Move to the shoulder, turn on hazard lights and stay safe. If your vehicle breaks down on a freeway, move it safely to the shoulder or emergency lane, turn on your hazard warning lights and call for assistance. It is often safest to remain in or near your vehicle, away from the flow of traffic. Question 47. What is the purpose of rumble strips on the road? A. To indicate a bus lane. B. To decorate the road. C. To warn drivers of hazards or lane departure. D. To mark parking spots. Answers is C. To warn drivers of hazards or lane departure. Rumble strips are designed to create noise and vibration when driven over, alerting inattentive drivers to potential hazards like approaching intersections, changes in road conditions, or drifting out of their lane. They improve road safety. Question 48. When driving in heavy fog, which lights should you use? A. High beam headlights. B. Hazard lights only. C. Low beam headlights. D. Parking lights. Answers is C. Low beam headlights. Use low beam headlights in fog. High beams reflect off the fog particles, making visibility worse. If equipped, fog lights can also be used as they are designed to cut through fog more effectively. Question 49. What does it mean if you see a broken white line on the road? A. Overtaking is strictly prohibited. B. You cannot change lanes. C. You may cross the line if safe to do so. D. It marks the edge of the road. Answers is C. You may cross the line if safe to do so. A broken white line indicates that you may cross it to change lanes or overtake, provided it is safe and clear to do so, and you do not interfere with other traffic. Question 50. What should a driver do if they start to feel drowsy while driving? A. Open a window and turn up the radio. B. Drink a coffee and keep driving. C. Pull over safely and rest or switch drivers. D. Drive faster to reach the destination sooner. Answers is C. Pull over safely and rest or switch drivers. Drowsiness significantly impairs driving ability and is very dangerous. The safest action is to pull over in a safe place, rest, take a nap, or swap drivers if possible, before continuing your journey.